star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the
Don't you know I'm loco? You know I'm loco.
Welcome, basketball fans, to a very special Veterans Day edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. I'll be joined by Greg Anthony, Tim Legler, and we'll be hearing from our reporter, Allie LaForce, in the sidelines as well. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. You look at the Raptors. They're still struggling, trying to string something together, getting a lot of wins. The competition, though, so tough. And, of course, there's Baltimore, 2.5 games back.
And checking out Toronto, they haven't gotten anything to go their way here early on. What do they have to do to turn this thing around?
Yeah, they've been slumping, and I think they need to simplify things. Just focus on your preparation and take things one game at a time.
Let's check out Toronto's starting lineup. They've got Lowry Markkanen, Emmanuel quickly out there with Shepard. Then it's Barnes and Murray-Boyles in at the center, locking down the middle. And for the Hornets, LaMelo Ball is out there with Curry. Then it's Knipple, and it's Diabate in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Thanks so much. I spoke with Baltimore's head coach for a bit. One player he is worried about in particular is Scotty Barnes because of the way he affects every phase of the game. You need points. There he is. You need a stop or a big rebound. He's got you. Anything asked of him, he can do it at a high level. Back over to you.
All right, Allie, thank you. And he can't get the first one. Well, we got just a few games, Tim, in the books. Is it too early to come to major conclusions with what we've seen so far?
Well, Kevin, I know off of these early results, we want to go ahead and jump to later in the year. And that's the nature of the job. People want to know, and they want us to evaluate and predict, but an awful lot is going to change in this league for all of these teams over the next several months.
Can't wait to watch it. And so here's Toronto following the bucket by the Hornets. And the call will be against Emmanuel quickly. That's his first foul. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Quickly against Ball. Pass to Wilson. And stolen by Barnes. Now, here's quickly. Markkanen from outside. It's rebounded by Curry.
Still nothing after 4 shot attempts. They're desperate to see something fall through the net.
Knipple, no good. For the Hornets, they come into this round following a loss to the Knicks in New York. Barnes outside. Puts up a 3. Baltimore with the rebound.
Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game.
Outside Curry. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one. Now it appears an injury out on the floor, and that does not look like any fun.
And boy, when you see someone hurting like this, it's always scary.
And he's going to have to get checked out with that great medical staff that all teams in this league have.
Baltimore making a switch here. Swan's checked in. And the call will be against LaMelo Ball.
LaMelo Ball.
That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan.
Trying to snap them out of this little slump.
Trying to find a way to get some easy buckets. You don't want to just think you can shoot your way out of it.
Mitchell Robinson's checked in for Baltimore. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. We take a look at the Celtics. They ascend up the list to number 3 with some spirited play.
Well, right now for Baltimore, they're trending in the wrong direction. The NBA competition can be unforgiving. Not much room for mistakes.
Now, here's Quickly. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Curry is inside. Quickly covering. The shot by Curry, no good.
The defense really didn't do enough to alter that shot. It's simply a miss.
Now in his late 30s, Steph Curry continues to be a dominant force.
Well, his conditioning is on a world-class level, Kevin. He's never been one to beat you with his explosiveness, so his plan is just to outlast his opponents.
Down low, they need this one, and it's laid in by Shepherd.
When you watch Quickly, it's really easy to see how much his passing has improved since he first entered the league.
Ball against Quickly. Outside for Curry. Here's the 3. And it's Toronto with the rebound. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
I like their aggressiveness in that one. No one's going to give you anything. You've got to go out and take it.
That is the way they would like to play every night, but of course each opponent represents different challenges. He's stacking up the missed shots right now. He needs to find another part of his game that can help his team.
Here's Markkanen, off target at the rim. Baltimore leading by 4. To the paint. So on, no good.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
He didn't quite get a hand on it, but he did enough to affect the miss.
Knueppel with it. He's guarded by Markkanen. Knueppel with it. He has yet to score. Markkanen down low. Good, and it's Barnes picking up the assist.
Look, you got to keep Markkanen out of the paint. He's just too big on that block and imposes his will.
Timeout is called. First of the game for Baltimore. And Baltimore going with a whole new group out there. The Raptors making a switch here. Taking a look here at some of the numbers for him.
And the stat to look at is his steal total over the last 5 games. He's been focusing more on his defense, trying to be a disruptor, and it's made them a lot tougher on D.
A chance here to get a quick injury report.
Guys, I was able to talk with Baltimore's head athletic trainer about his status. It's his shoulder that's the source of discomfort right now. Diagnosis at this point is that it's just a sprain. Rotations, game plans, and minute distribution will all need to be readjusted while he's out of the lineup.
All right, Ellie, thanks for that.
Well, he certainly didn't envision his season going like this, but it happens to the best of them, and now it's all about how you respond to it.
Allen finds Dort to end the cold streak. Toronto grabs the miss. Markkanen's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Champagnie. He picked up 18 points in their last win against New Orleans.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
And it results in the highest percentage look you're going to get.
Here's Champagnie. Scoreless thus far. Over to the wing. Allen for 3. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. Raptors trail by 7. Outside, Markkanen. Inside, here's Gillespie. Baltimore with the rebound. A tough loss coming against New York in their last game played.
Yeah, a snowball effect in that one. One thing would go wrong, and then another. Really the story of the game.
Well, let's give their opponent some credit for sensing that and putting him away. They were completely dominated.
And so it's Baltimore bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Hornets.
They're really mucking things up for the opposition, racking up steal after steal, just not letting them develop any kind of offensive rhythm.
Well, don't forget about their scoring in the open floor. They've been getting a lot of production on their break.
They've got LaMelo Ball, also Mitchell out there, and it's Newell in at the center. And for the Raptors, you've got Jakob Poeltl. Andrew Shamet is out there with Johnson. And it's Gillespie in at the point. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And let's take a moment to show you the NBA's best rebounding teams over the last 10 games.
What a show of strength in terms of rebounding. I mean, they've really controlled the glass here of late, playing with some extreme physicality.
First free throw is good. And Tim, an old school big man, Jakob Poeltl, still more than valuable in today's game.
Well, there certainly remains a place in this league for centers who defend the rim, rebound, and set screens. He might not be flashy, but he's a winning player.
Raptors trail by 8. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
For Baltimore, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Pass to Salon. There's the pick.
And who doesn't love stats? Here are some numbers for Ball. Putting up 26 points per, 6 assists, and 3 rebounds. And you look at the numbers he's been putting up. Fantastic scoring production from him.
Well, they have leaned on him offensively, and he has provided points pretty much every time they've needed him.
Now, quickly. In the game against New Orleans, very impressive. Chalk up 2 there.
And certainly Quickly is not afraid to attack that painted area if he sees an opening.
Now, here's Mitchell. Not a lot of room. A 3-ball. Down it goes for his 3rd basket in as many tries.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the 2-man game right there.
Raptors moving the ball around. No one covers.
Well, I see your 3 and I raise you 1. That's a great reply by Barnes.
And the Hornets call time here.
Substitution on the court.
Hornets leading by 6. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen. You know, the pregame routine is something I know you embraced, and we see that with guys like Curry and Durant. We've heard a lot about what they do. What was the most important part of your pregame regimen, Tim?
Well, you know, Kevin, for me, I was really going to be judged based on catch-and-shoot percentages. Can I get off threes and can I make threes? So for me, it was all about high-volume three-point shooting before the game, getting comfortable from every spot on the floor where I may get a shot.
And same routine every game?
Every game, same thing, and I made sure, of course, I finished on that make.
Wow. And again, no good by Toronto.
and they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And the officials will call the illegal swing right there.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Well, oftentimes illegal screens fall into a gray area, but that time he got called for it.
And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Hey, Kevin. Commissioner Adam Silver talked about U.S. youth development in hoops. He said when young players are a part of a singular organization, there's much more of an incentive to bring players along as opposed to a win-now mentality, and that's something that we can learn from Europe. Back to you.
Taking that long view approach. Okay, thank you, Allie.
And after that ragged first quarter, they're getting some momentum, some confidence. Nice flow.
And timeout called by Darko Rojakovic. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. He's checked in for Toronto. While we can, let's get a quick check of our 2K leaderboard for a glimpse at one of the NBA's most elite groups. The top three-point shooting wingman in the league. Con Knipple on top.
I mean, his range is about as long as it gets. I mean, you'd better have someone on him as soon as he crosses half court, or he just might drop a bomb on you.
Pass to Shepard. Good, and it's Barnes picking up the assist. Barnes has got 3 assists in the game. Hornets leading by 5. And here's Boozer to the wing right side. Knipple wide open, and he fires. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
And not a great start for him in the first, but he's quickly starting to turn it around.
And it's quickly missing.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Here's Knipple. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Shepard the pass to Quickly. Here's Shepard. Larkin in a screen on Antetokounmpo. Barnes can't get it to go.
I'm surprised he missed that one. He is a dangerous guy to leave open.
And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. Great opportunity for a three-point play. The Hornets shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
And the Hornets call time here. And some changes here for the Hornets. Curry's checked in for George. And it's ball in for Boozer. And that one misses. Raptors trail by 10. Pass to Quickly. To the middle. Here's murray-boyles.
Well, this is a good reminder for anybody who thinks he's too small for a 5. His athletic ability totally levels the playing field.
And it's out of bounds. The Hornets able to retain possession here.
In a moment here to see the numbers for Scotty Barnes. He's averaging about 19 points per, 8 rebounds, and 4 assists. And he really anchors them defensively with that tenacious play on that side of the ball.
Yeah, it's all about great energy, and he brings that part to the game. His teammates feed off of that.
To the inside. Toronto working the ball around now. And it's Shepard missing. Baltimore leading by 8. 36 seconds left in the first half. Sinks the triple. 9 points for Con Knipple.
And things starting to click from three-point land. Nothing in the first quarter, but he's hit 3 triples here in the second.
Quickly with a wide open look. No good on the 3.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Nailed from three-point land.
So much confidence from Ball. Been doing that since he was a youngin'.
Outside, Markkanen. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And so that brings the first half to a close. Baltimore on top, leading by 14. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Thanks for stopping by, y'all. First up on the show tonight, a quick look ahead of some upcoming games on the docket. And this is totally off topic, but how did you guys feel about games on back-to-back nights?
I didn't mind back-to-back games, but what I really like were back-to-back titles.
Yeah, I know a little something about that too, Shaq. I know it's pretty sweet.
Well, it sure is nice to see you guys agreeing about something for a change. And now, how about that first half? Talk about a dominating display for the Hornets.
They've imposed their will on the glass, getting all the 50-50 balls and maybe even a few 20-80 balls.
Love the activity. Don't just say you want to win. Prove it and get it.
And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. One of the stories here, Knipple getting it done today.
And the bulk of his damage so far has come from the perimeter. A lot of threes early on.
Well, he's found his rhythm out there for sure. Now let's see how the defense adjusts to him in this half.
And so it's Ball who brings the ball up for the Hornets. 14 points, their largest lead in the game. Stephen Curry's out there with Ball. And it's Knipple, and it's Salon in at the power forward position.
Just good fundamental basketball from LaMelo, sticking with his selection and forcing the defense there into a bad spot.
You see a lot of pick and rolls, but you also, Greg, hear about inverted screens. Can you explain to the viewers what that means?
Yeah, that's where your guard actually is the one setting the pick for the bigger player, and having little guys who are willing to put their body on the line. You think of a Steph Curry, a John Stockton, two of the best to ever do it.
And checking out the group for Darko Rajakovic to start the second half. Barnes out there with Markkanen. Then there's Shepard. Then there's Emmanuel Quickley. And Murray-Boyles in at the 5 down low. Ball surveying the defense. From past the arc. And it's hauled in by Lauri Markkanen. Markkanen's got 6 rebounds here tonight. The rebound by LaMelo Ball.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Quickly with it, and Curry picks him up defensively. Quickly kicks to Barnes. And it's off from three-point range. And having starred in a 6-man role in New York, Tim Emmanuel Quickley has been handed the keys in Toronto.
Well, he certainly has, Kevin, and he's got the contract to match it. You talk about confidence and determination to prove yourself. That sums up Quickley.
And it's Shepard missing. Baltimore leading by 16. Pass to Knipple. Takes a 3. Toronto grabs the miss.
That's a big donut, folks, here. Start the second half. 4 straight they've missed.
Oh, you have a feeling this would be a completely different game if it wasn't for his brutal shooting performance.
Here's Salon. To the wing on the left. 6 to shoot. There's the triple. The shot misses. Raptors trail by 16.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence. Oof, ugly start to the second half. They're still scoreless in their first 5 attempts.
Well, he's not having as much success shooting the ball early as he wanted, but so far, it's not hurting their team performance.
Markkanen can't get it to go.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
Ball, no good.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. Lauri Markkanen is a 7-footer with touch, but he can also attack off the dribble. Referencing comparisons to Dirk Nowitzki, he said, quote, "When someone hits a fadeaway jumper, they say, that's the Dirk. Maybe someday I'll get the drag step to be called the Lori." Back to you guys.
Ooh, that's a sweet move, too. All right, Allie, thank you for the report. And timeout called by Darko Rojakovic. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. And with this opportunity, we can show you this season's top shot blocking teams.
I mean, terrific rim protection. I mean, they rotate and help on the inside as well as anybody. And, of course, you want to keep offenses on the outside shooting jump shots, and that continues to be the goal.
3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Quickly the pass to Markkanen. Back to Quickly. Trying to end the drought. Here's Shepherd. And again, Toronto no up.
Well, this has been far from his best game. And if they're going to come back here, he's got to find a way to get going.
Here's Murray-Boyles. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. Solon's got 6 rebounds in the game. Curry against Barnes. Lets the 3 fly. And Baltimore hits again from deep.
And if you let Curry get that shot off, you might as well ring it up.
And here's Toronto. They're scoreless since the first half. Pass to Markkanen. To the middle. Here's Shepherd. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Ball no good.
Tonight has just not been his night. It's that simple. Luckily, they have found success elsewhere.
And a big dunk there from a springy Barnes. He gets up fast there for the hammer.
And Baltimore calls time here. And so Allen will bring it up for Baltimore. Pass to Newell. And a great assist by Allen as that one goes in.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
On the wing, Barnes. Here's Gillespie, covered by Mitchell. And out of bounds as Baltimore gains possession. Some changes for Toronto. Champagne's checked in, and Landry Shamet subbed in for Shepherd. Here's Allen. Stolen by Markkanen. Pass to Champagne. Now running up the court, Robinson pushing it up. Baltimore moving that ball around. Here's the screen. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Allen's got his second bucket of the night. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for Baltimore.
And they've shown great focus on the defensive end, putting constant pressure on the ball and really disruptive in terms of what they've done defensively.
And I also really like the pace they've played with in this one, specifically how high tempo it's been, clearly working to their advantage so far.
The Raptors shooting only 21% from the field so far. Markkanen from outside. Rebound by Mitchell.
Well, if you're struggling like this, unless you have a wide open look, make that next pass.
Here's Newell. Misses the 3. Here's Gillespie. Over Allen. And so it's Baltimore holding a very comfortable 25-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. Their defense has been active and effective. We've got more in store for you right after. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, he made it look simple, but that's not always easy to execute.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Lou Dort out there with Antetokounmpo. Then it's Robinson. Then there's Boozer. This one for three. Unable to get that one. And so here's Toronto. Johnson with it. Dort covering. And he gets it to go. Johnson's got his first basket.
And that's the shot they were looking for, right under the hoop.
Outside Boozer. Robinson sets a screen for Boozer. And he drives in. Rocket 6. Here's Dort. And the layup is good.
Some physicality there from Lou. Pushing past the contact and into the shot.
Here's Gillespie, defended by Dort. And Robinson comes to help. Here's Pirtle. Dort grabs the miss. Dort's got his fourth rebound in this one. Fades. The rebound by Champagnie.
Yeah, no reason to fade away there.
Johnson, the pass to Pirtle. Quickly against Dort. There's the three. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. For Baltimore, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Screen by Antetokounmpo. Here's Boozer. Off target from three-point range. The Raptors shooting a dismal 20% for the game. Pass to Pirtle. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
And that's what you admire about Pirtle. He plays with so much effort.
So, Tim, let me put you in a different hat here. If you're running an NBA franchise, would you rather build around a guard, wing, or a big man in today's NBA?
I think I'd go with the wing with size, a guy that can create his own offense and for which there is no great defensive matchup. Those guys, to me, are the ones that can help lead you to the promised land.
Well, that sounds like a good blueprint. Newell, it's good from long range.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Well, they certainly have the shooters to do it. It's just about finding that rhythm.
Markkanen passes to Shepard. And Robinson comes to help. Pass to quickly. Puts up a deep three. And again, no good by Toronto. Stolen by Markkanen. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. And it's Shepard missing.
You have to love his confidence, but you also need to read the situation.
No good that time. In Toronto, they've gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Baltimore has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Lobbed up there for Robinson. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets, an exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. Toronto's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Quickly finds Markkanen. Looking for Quickly, he gets it there. And the Raptors miss again.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
And he doesn't have to do it alone. He's got 4 teammates on the floor.
Pass to Newell.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
There's a screen by Robinson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. His three-pointers off the mark.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Outside, Markkanen. Toronto working the ball around now. Here's Shepard. Back to Quickly. Markkanen sets the pick for Quickly. And here is Markkanen. They could use a bucket. Hornets with the rebound. Solon's got rebound number 8 now on the night.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Baltimore.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And continued dominance against this team, winning both of their matchups this season.
And as usual, some excellent work tonight in what was a quality big impact game for Con Knipple.
Well, offensively, he was about as locked in as you can be, and his team continued to find him.
Ball's knocked loose, stolen by Mitchell. And he lobs it up. It's stolen by Shepard. Now here's Barnes, guarded closely. Pass to Murray-Boyles. And there it is for him.
And with that basket, he's able to end a 10-0 run by the Hornets.
Quickly against Mitchell. Over to the left wing. On the clock. Here's Newell. And a miss there on the triple. Now, here's Quickly. And so it's Baltimore with the win. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Alongside Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and our reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, folks. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game